welcome to another live episode of Halftime Adjustments. Your host, Eddie Arnell, my man G Witt, and my man Jay Lou.
Tighten up, baby.
As you can see, man, we are actually in the same house tonight for
Yes.
the show, man. All of us couldn't fit in the same screen, guys, but we're here, man. So with a major rookie for this 2025 team, man, we want to see the progress continue for the 2025 Tennessee Titans. Win or lose, right? We wanted to see if they were looking to keep pace. 7 NFC West with the Rams sitting at 8-2, man. Seahawks 30, Titans 4. Very competitive showing by the Two-Tone Blues, sparked by a Timmy DK 90-yard punt return in the third quarter that infused the Titans with a bolt of energy. Even the fans got into the game, cutting the lead to 23-10, and getting the Titans pretty much back in the game, fellas. Like I said, win or lose, we wanted to see if they was going to be competitive. And J. Lou, man, what did you see today that gives you hopes for 2026?
Yeah, great way to put that near the end. So a couple of good call outs before we dig into it. You like what you saw. You had 7 rookies on the field today, and all 7 contributed in some way. So you like the experience that you're seeing the rookies get. None of them, knock on wood, everywhere. None of them have seemed to hit a rookie wall. Now, I thought Alec was getting there, but again, injuries kind of put him down. You're glad to see if DK. Everybody always says that the media and the national media rather are against the Titans.
Right.
That's going to be proven if DK is not selected as an All-Pro returner. There's nobody in the league above him. So glad to see that. When you watch it again from the All-22 view, especially over the last 3 weeks, but more particularly today, one thing we wanted to say about Cam is wanted to see him not only improving, but see the game starting to slow down. And I think you see him starting to process a little bit faster. It was kudos to my guy, Eddie Gray, because Eddie Gray has been preaching for Cam to use his legs, and ever since the bye week, you've seen him take advantage of that and not only extend plays, but pick up yards and pick up key first downs by using his legs. So I thought that was something good to see. Special teams, man, it's, again, for y'all that, are not at the games and don't see Bones on the sideline. Bones is the head coach. Because asking Bones everything, but if you don't walk away from it knowing that he's got this unit doing what they're supposed to do, that's all coaching. And again, he's got different bodies, different moving pieces in and out of the lineup, and yet you had a 90-yard punt return today with some different folks on that. So kudos on that. And then on the defensive side of the ball, and we'll get into it, I like what I saw from the young guys on the defensive side. Kevin Winston Jr. is going to be a baller in this league.
Yeah,
Marcus Harris, I've been preaching about Marcus Harris since that's my guy since the draft. Yeah. He should have had a pick 6 today, but he's been doing good. And then, you continue to see, I said it, Cedric Gray might as well treat this year like a rookie year as well. From what he missed, you continue to see him. I believe he was only like what they put on the Jumbotron. Second Titan, I think, to have 100 tackles in 11 games. You continue to see what you saw on that. So overall, even though it's a loss and we don't do moral victories, as you look for 2026, so far you have to walk away after 11 games, even with the record, having a little bit more faith in Borgonzi based off his draft class and what you're seeing produced on the field.
Yeah, and I'm gonna come to you, G Witt. I knew it. I couldn't wait. I to get. I told G Witt, and I was telling J. Lou too, that I knew you guys were gonna come with the Restrepo comments tonight, and rightfully so, because he played well, and you can see the chemistry with Cam that carried over from the time they spent in Miami. But go ahead, G Witt, man. What did you see today in the game?
Well, J. Lou pretty much took all the thunder, to be honest with you. But I will say this, a couple of things, really. One, Gunnar Helm, the man is just straight up legit. I had to got hands like a wide receiver. I mean, he catches the ball in all kinds of positions and does something with it. Cam, of course, it was great seeing Cam run the ball effectively. That's one thing you do like. He still holds on a little bit too long, trying to make something out of nothing. But there were a couple of times where he broke through and took off and got first downs. I love the play where he scored a touchdown when he dove over the pile and everything. I love that play. And overall, though, I will say Cam did a good job getting out of the pocket, trying to avoid sacks. I mean, when you consider how good Seattle's defense is, really, they only had 1 sack in the first half, and the other one came in the second half. And I thought he only had 3, but they ended up, like we said, we found out it was 4. Again, like Jay Lou said on the defensive side of the ball, Kevin Winston Jr., yeah, he's legit. You definitely got a building block there. And I think, like you said, Harris, we've been talking about him getting in the game. I thought it was interesting today that they didn't start Armour Davis, rather, because he didn't. I was glad to see that. But the thing that really, in addition to the punt return and everything, I think the thing that really picked up the defense was when Big Jeff ran down the running back and got blindside blocked.
That was a big hit.
Yeah.
And then came up talking smack. And after that, you could see that Big Jeff, like, I'm going to work, and none of you are going to be able to stop me. And you saw that for the rest of the game from that point on. He was wreaking havoc and getting up, talking smack to him as he was going back to the line of scrimmage, getting ready to go again. So he was like, it's going to be all day. So really, those things were good. I thought, again, special teams, we can't say enough about DK with his punt return and his decision making. Again, he made a small mistake today in that ball he caught and ended up going out of bounds at the 3-yard line. But other than that, nothing major. I thought it was good.
No, that's a good observation. I agree with both of you. Let me get some of these comments in. Nathan says he agrees Pollard is not running as hard for whatever reason. Dewey Cheatham House, says Pollard like he's lost a half a step. He does look a little slower. Darius said he loves what he's seeing. Kwanye's on here tonight, man. Nathan, Gorilla 10, good to see y'all back, man. Get some of these comments in. Gorilla 10 says, what's up, fellas? They finally got Restrepo on the field. What do you guys think? So you can tell the chemistry is there.
Yeah.
Even on the scramble drill, this is like Restrepo knew where to go. He knew exactly where to go.
Yeah.
He made a tough catch across the middle those 2 times. That one on the scramble drill and the other right there by the end zone. And at this point, you play him over Mason Kinsey, in my opinion, right? Of course, his special teams thing is the deal, right? He's playing special teams. And so, yeah, I thought it was good for him, man. If somebody he was comfortable with, and you could tell because he was looking for him a lot.
So that's what I was about to say. For a man that hadn't played an NFL snap, he had 6 targets. Yep. That's more than some of the receivers that have been playing. Right. So, you gave your rookie quarterback somebody he's comfortable with. No matter, again, he ain't played since Miami, but they've got built-in chemistry. It's like riding a bike. They knew what they were. And the scramble drill was the telltale because it literally looked like Cam maybe gave him a head signal or something, and he knew exactly where to go. So, yeah, I agree with you. I think that, and Mason, not to take nothing away from him, he's done his part on the special teams, especially when it comes to being a gunner. But I agree, from the offensive side, you need to see Restrepo get some more snaps.
Yeah. And another comment I want to get in, where does it go? VW Moser, man, thank you for joining us tonight. Says, I'm still trying to figure out how JSN gets one-on-one with the safety twice. So I was talking to G Witt in the game today, and I was like, so it wasn't man coverage because they didn't blitz anybody. Yeah. And so they went quarters coverage, which still Monty has deep fourths, right? Deep quarters. But you just can't leave him back there by himself. I don't know where the corner was at. He should have came off. They might have had a out route that drew his attention. But I totally agree with you. They cannot. If they're going to play that type of coverage, they need to bring some pressure.
Yes.
So he doesn't have that responsibility by himself because unacceptable to have a Monty Hooker on JSN.
Yeah. No. And again, JSN proves why you hope that your quarterback gets a true number one.
Yes.
I think he had 12 targets in that third. He literally was the Seahawks offense.
Right.
If you take him away, they have no offense. He was the offense, and he showed because he was anytime that, and again, a credit to Sam Darnold, anytime they saw that mismatch like that, he went right to it.
Yeah, Mullins didn't get any carries today. I wanted to see him play, but hopefully we'll see him get the Jags.
Yeah.
He just probably wasn't ready just yet. So a few things I picked up, man. Cam's best performance to date of his rookie season, surpassing VY's passing yardage. His rookie year, Vince Young was rookie of the year. And so I'm not saying he's going to be rookie of the year, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Chim is a diamond for this team. There's a lot of hope in Borgonzi's going to turn this team around.
Yes.
and infuse it with a lot of talent going in the future, just based off this draft. And if he continues to strike it rich in the drafts to come, I don't think this turnaround will take a long time. The rookies are playing well, but still need more blue chip players.
Yes.
And so, we've got to a point to where, okay, we got some guys that can play. Now we need the guys that can make the plays in crunch time and deliver when it comes down. Wins in the NFL are tough. And they're usually 1 or 2 possessions, a few plays here and there. You don't really get a lot of blowouts.
Yeah.
We just watched the Dallas and the Eagles play. Came down to a handful of plays, and the field goal wins it, right? And then, of course, we already talked about the chemistry between Restrepo. It's obvious with Cam because the scramble drill was seamless. One part I know you can still see that they need more growth is he was rolling to the right, and I think it might have been the Restrepo when he threw it back, but nobody went across the field.
Nobody.
Alec would do that.
Yes,
right?
Alec would,
But nobody today was trying to get across the field. So let's break down the offense a little bit more, fellas. And so, G-Whit, man, if you tell me what you saw that you liked on the offense today.
Well, again, the main deal is about Cam. I thought Cam, and I would say this, with Cam, it was a lot of his, being in the pocket, making passes that way. He threw some beautiful passes, man, because one, he threw the crochet, man. That was a thing of beauty. That
across the middle.
Across the middle, yeah. So I thought that was good. I thought the pass to Chig was good. I mean, you just saw these passes coming out of the pocket, and I thought he did a pretty good job. But the off-schedule plays really is what impressed me today. And again, I think it could have been the fact that Restrepo was in the game and he knew he had somebody who understood where to go and find the open spaces. But his off-schedule plays were really good, and the fact that he was making throws while getting tackled. He made one throw. I think it went to Gunner, and I was like, he thought he got tackled.
Yeah,
and,
the whole stadium thought he was sacked.
yeah, and he got that ball out, and dude was able to make a good run and really pushed. He didn't get the first down, but he got him Seattle pinned back a little bit more. So I thought that was good. Let me think. Van Jefferson, I thought, played well. Of course, DK did good. Yeah, DK did good, catching the ball and everything. I thought he had a couple of drops, but nothing major for me. I still am questioning why it takes so long, really, to get the tight ends involved in this offense. It really, I mean, you think about it, they really didn't get involved to the second half for the most part. And then I would say after the game was out of hand, you start seeing the ball go to the tight ends more. Something's got to be up with that, because I would think if they're getting open then, they're getting open earlier in the game as well. So the one thing I will say, and you guys already touched on it, our running game is nowhere near where it needs to be. And I was hoping we were going to get to see Mullins today, but obviously not. But they are definitely going to address the running game, because right now, I always said it wasn't a big threat, but right now it's ineffective totally. I mean, pretty much, unless they go hurry up and with passing the ball and everything, really, Tony Pollard, he was struggling today. I mean, he had one pass that came to him on the sideline, and if he turns to the inside, to the left, I mean, he's got room. He's going to get the first down, but instead he just turned and went straight out of bounds. Nobody was even near him. Yeah. So that's concerning to me. So really, the running game is one thing they got to work on as well. But overall, I thought the offensive line did okay. They struggled in some. Like I said, they gave up 4 sacks, but I think a couple of those were mainly on Cam just holding the ball too long. So, but overall, I thought they're pretty good. I hate to see Cushenberry go down, but I thought Corey Levin came in and did a good job for him. Peter Sermon, Lord. Skoronski. I went way back.
Right.
Yeah.
Skoronski, though, played a heck of a game. Did make some great blocks. So, again, I thought the offensive line did pretty good.
Yeah, they held up for the most part. I think, though, what would help if they get out of the huddle quicker, you give Cam a chance to help set the protection along with Cushenberry. Man, they ain't got no time to set the protection, because you rush into the line in 10 seconds, man. You ain't got time, right? You ain't got time. Go ahead.
My seatmates that are in the chat, they will tell you I was yelling the whole game, get out the huddle. Like, I don't and I think the most irritating thing about the play calling in the huddle, they're coming out of these timeouts, 2-minute warning, TV, and it just there's no sense of urgency. That was my biggest issue I have with the offense. You were down, and you were down 13. You made it competitive. And, you know, this to me, this wasn't a game that had garbage time yards. You were still going against a good Seattle defense who was bringing it. Your defense stopped them. You got some scores. So you was technically, you know, still in the game in the fourth quarter, but you had a drive. You were driving like you didn't know you were behind and needed 2 scores. And again, I think a lot of that has to do with the play calling and getting it in. And I think some of Cam holding the ball too long is still his indecisiveness not to want to just strike out and run. But on the flip side, your routes ain't getting nobody open because you're getting no separation. I totally agree, G. Witt. Now, they fooled everybody today because the very first play from offense came out in 12 personnel.
Yeah, they did.
So I thought that they were going to go 2 tight ends, particularly when, you know, an hour and a half before the game when the inactives come, you see the Seattle's without their starting inside linebackers, both of them. Take advantage of that. And Gunner had, if I'm not mistaken, 8 targets a day and 7 catches. I think he only had one catch. One drop. Again, that one was almost a catch as well. So he catches everything you're throwing over to him. So you've got to get them more involved with his 7 targets. DK, again, a good 7 targets. I will say, yes, your offensive line, I think part of the routes and concepts are you still leaving tight ends in to kind of chip, particularly when Dan Moore went out. But I would like to see a little bit more deep throws. A lot. At one point in the game, Cam was 12 of 17 for like 92 yards. So I mean, that's nothing. So would like to see him get the ball a little deep. Running game, Pollard's not going to be here next year.
Yeah.
I get that you want to try to be loyal. That's a vet and all that. I hear that. It's time for Spears to take his snaps, and it's time to get Mullins back in. Now, it's time to get Spears some new cleats because I'm tired of seeing him slip when he's almost hitting the hole. He did it again today, but that was one play in particular where Pollard, the hole was there. It should have been a 6-yard carry that went for 2. So he has definitely lost a step, and you know part of that comes with age and probably come with them running him into the ground last year. But I thought overall, you know, considering the preseason practice squad receivers you had out there for Cam, to be able to see them move the ball and him be able to dink and dunk. I will say this because again, I want to keep giving Cam where you see growth. He's starting to take a lot more of his checkdowns, and you get those checkdowns at the hands of Spears. He's making plays. You get him in the gunner. He's making plays. So definitely would like to see that a little bit more. But one last thing, and this is the only thing I'm gonna bring up about Callahan. The only spot to me that we're missing Daddy Callahan is run blocking. He was the run game coordinator, and the run game has definitely suffered since then. Pass blocking, pass protection from the O-line in general, you've seen that get better, but the actual run game, it has taken a step back, and that's if I'm not mistaken, Cam probably led the team, and he led them again in rushing yards again this week. So that's not a recipe for success.
Yeah, and K-Lou, man, thank you for joining. He said it's time to let go of the single back runs. Line is not strong enough. Need a fullback or plus a tight end.
For the
lead blocker. Yeah, I totally agree. Eddie Gray says Restrepo making stuff look foolish, man. Hey, Eddie Gray, I don't know if he's on the beginning, man. I knew it was coming, man, because y'all been asking for Restrepo. I knew it was coming, man, and we were ready for it. We need to draft a running back. Yes, and somebody said Jeremiah Love. Hey, that's my pick. That's who we running with. Dewey Cheatham and High said Jabbar had his grandson
yelling, "Get out the huddle!" I did. So, even the little 9-year-old was yelling, "Get out the huddle!"
That's hilarious. Yeah, so more of the tight end involvement. It definitely needed to happen. It came in late. He said, Kanye said, "How do you get 12 on the field
on offense?" Yes.
Somebody said it was a trick play. That's right. It was a trick play. We tried to. I think it was Mason on the field, and he didn't get off for whatever reason it was, man. And, you know, you talk about the presence and the growth in Cam, taking his checkdowns, but also that leads to him getting out of the pocket, using his legs.
Yes.
We saw that, like today, like I said, today was his best day so far this year, and it just gives you the glimpse of hope going forward for these teams. I mean, for this team as it going, and then more command of the offense. He was checking and getting stuff when he had time. When he had time to get to the line of scrimmage and make sure that everything was set up for the play that they had called on. 18 first downs today, 6 of 13 on third down efficiency, 5 for 7 on fourth down, guy. I mean, when's the last time we said that for this football team? 296 yards of total offense. 232 passing, 256 of that was Cam Ward on 42 or 30, 28 or 42 today, 256, 1 touchdown, and we already mentioned the 6 carries for 37 yards. Again, the penalties, guys, it gets killed us today, 10 for 63 every time. It seems like we were moving and getting
the most opportune times.
I mean, getting behind the sticks, man, is huge.
Was it one time? Was it after the DK muff? Yeah, that you got to like the 30-yard line. Yeah, you got to 35, and then you ended up at the flip of the quarter being 1st and 25.
That's right.
Yeah, and then you got a penalty again, and it ended up being 1st and 30.
That's right. Had a 1st and 30. But you do like the fact, guys, that there was no turnovers on this game today, and we dominated time of possession. I mean, figure it out. Those are some numbers, again, that don't really equate to a win. 2 for 3 in the red zone. I told you earlier, I said, man, we scored a red zone touchdown today, which is very rare for this football team right now.
And
man.
you like, not to cut you off, but you like the bounce back on that because the only one they missed was the opening drive of the game where they had to settle for the field goal. So the next 2 times they got down there, they were able to punch it in the end zone.
Yeah, and I agree, Nathan, man. Getting the drives down the field, especially the first drive, driving over. Now, even though we had to get a field goal, settle for a field goal, we didn't get to 7. But, man, it was good to see this offense move. Again, you see the growth. You see the progression. We just don't have enough to win the close games when we need it, right? And so, let me see. Eddie Gray says Paul was misused. He had 1,300 yards last year. Hooker got to go. Yeah, I agree with you, Mikey. He said on TV you can hear Cam flip the protection late on the clock.
Yes.
Like I said, man, he is progressing better. And for those that are saying that he is not having a good rookie year, man, go kick rocks and whatever. Right, go kick rocks and do something else. So let's talk about the defense, man. And so, J. Lou, the defense, in your opinion today, I know we gave up 30 points, man. I know it. But go ahead, and I'm gonna jump back on you.
So the defense to the end, Eddie Gray must be Eddie Gray. I knew me and you think too much alike. Like we think too much alike. But Eddie Gray just took what I thought today watching the game, and I said it. We need a dog DN to go with Big Jeff.
Yes,
he had too much time in the pocket today.
Way too much.
And several times you just saw Sam Darnold make terrible throws. He had receivers wide open, but we got no pass rush today. I thought they played the run okay. A couple of those long runs you should call holding. And again, they just hit the gaps and got them, but I thought they played that okay. But we saw today where we lack talent at the secondary spot. Again. And this has been the frustrating thing with this staff for 2 years now, where we don't make adjustments. There's Jackson and Jigba is the number. Cooper Kupp should have beat me today. Or somebody else should have beat you, because at one point in time, I'm almost positive that Smith and Jigba had like 85% of the yards that were the passing yards. So no matter who they put on him, he was, and credit to Sam Darnold, he was doing what you're supposed to do, looking for his number one receiver. So Sam Darnold had 244. Jackson Smith and Jigba had 167. Right. So I mean, that just and I think again that's what the frustrating thing was with 10 targets. See, 8 catches on 10 targets. We had no pressure. Didn't really see a lot of blitz. Nothing exotic today. And then Hooker, and I think Ed, you might have said it last week. Oh, maybe it was a comment from somebody, because I said it today to the guy sitting to me. I said I'll give him this bit of leeway. Maybe we're seeing bad play due to the cornerbacks being terrible, and he's trying to overcompensate too much. Because I just don't, the fall off, I can't understand the fall off that we're seeing from him. Again, the positives, as I mentioned earlier, you can see the game. You can see Kevin Winston starting to get comfortable playing. You see Marcus Harris starting to get comfortable, who, again, I feel like he should be your starter the rest of the year. Definitely should be the rest of the year. And then Linebacker wise, Cedric Gray continues to perform. There was at least twice today, and it burnt you one time where you continue to see Cody Barton drop back too far in coverage. I think it was like a 3rd and 9. He was 12 yards back.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing?
He was back so far that he had a running start to go meet the person when he caught the ball
and got trucked again.
Yes. So, but yeah, I thought overall the defense should have been better. Now, to their credit, they kept you in it when you needed to be because you did hold them to field goals. I think majority they had one red zone, if I'm not mistaken, two red zones, and then of course the deep balls they got you. But when you needed to field, one of those red zone stops could have turned into another field goal, and you probably have a different outcome. But to hold them scoreless in the fourth quarter, to give your team, to give your offense, a fighting chance. Kudos to the defense on that. But yeah, it should have wasn't what we have seen. Because again, we can't use the excuse this time that they were on the field for a long time because they wasn't.
That's right. Go ahead, G-Witt.
Oh, okay, but yeah, and everything. Like I said, like I said earlier, the defense I thought did decent in the first half. I mean, they were holding them to field goals, keeping it competitive. We just couldn't get anything going offensively. But yeah, I agree with you. With Hooker, I'm not sure what's going on with him, and it could very well be. You bring up a good point, Jay Lou, and the fact that with the secondary being so bad and having to help out so much, it could be throwing him off his game. Because I remember that's something that happened with Keith Bullock when he was playing.
Yes.
When he had to cover for everybody, so that takes some time. But really, I would say this about I like Cedric Gray, but I would say a couple of things about him. One, he needs to get bigger. I think he's a little bit light, and 2, he's got to improve on his speed because his speed is lacking, and he's got to make up for it somehow. And I don't know how he's going to be able to do that outside of play recognition, but he's got to pick up his speed a little bit. Defensive overall, I would say this, and I go back to what I said earlier: Big Jeff getting upset and starting to wreak havoc, and you saw that I thought pretty much in the fourth quarter, where he was basically becoming a one-man wrecking crew, and it was freeing up everybody else to win. And all of a sudden, you start seeing Donald missing some passes, and you start seeing some good tackles made in the running game, stopping them short. But overall, you got to give the defense credit because, again, they kept it close. To think about it, if we could recover an onside kick, we got a chance to go down and get a win. So, right. Like I say, there's no moral victories, but you have to come out of this game feeling good about your team, and they should be feeling good and wanting to build on their play that happened today.
Yeah. I mean, and you think about it, the last few weeks, how those games have gone. You like you said, there's no more victories, but the progression that we've made with this young football, I mean, really young football team, man. Anytime you're playing 7 rookies and they're getting that much playing time as this team has been getting, man, that's saying something. No pressure, you guys have talked about that. Overrunning the play.
Oh, gosh. Yes.
I mean, Walker, he cut back the one time I thought Big Jeff got held the biggest. He cut back, and the hole was so bad. I was like, where's the linebackers at?
Yeah, exactly.
Overrunning the play so bad. Winston, like we said, is a beast. He's a great tackler.
Yes.
He's not afraid of contact. He feels the alley like a safety should. Right. We saw him come up. Harris, again, you guys already mentioned it. I think he's another one that's going to be a good player for us. I like his man coverage abilities. You saw him one-on-one with JSN sometime. I thought they probably should have traveled him.
Yes.
And still too much zone coverage. To your point, like you said, Cody dropping. So I'm just wondering if it's because they got so many injuries and Denard's like, you know what? I'm just trying to keep everything in front
of me. Yeah.
So I'm not trying to make an excuse for him because it's been happening all year, but it's just gotten worse as we go along. And then Sam Womack, man. What is he doing on the field? I mean, I know they show the bodies, but golly.
When he was introduced as a starter, I said, who is he? I will say this. At least he wasn't 18.
No.
He wasn't 18.
He wasn't.
And you can tell when 18 got out there, Sam Darnold went right at him.
Man. I was telling G when I said, there go your boy. G was like, who was that? I said, that's your boy.
That's your boy.
He was out there doing Davis thing.
Yes.
Missing tackles. Look, off on JSN one time, and I said, "All you gotta do is tackle," and he couldn't even break the But yeah, 2 for 7 on third down for Seahawks today, 353 yards total offense. 2 44-yard mentioned by Sam Darnold, and 167 there to JSN. Kenneth Walker had 11 carries for 71 yards. And so not a bad day for the defense, but not a good day either, especially since, like you guys have said, the offense dominated the time of possession. 37 minutes. There was no issues with being tired. It's just execution of the defense not coming through. It says, Dewey Cheatham and Howe says, Eddie, me too, and it makes me very nervous. I agree with you, man. I agree. Let's see. Am I nuts to think we can beat Jacksonville? We're going to talk about that in just a second. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kyle Van Den Bosch was a man. He had the red contact lenses, man. That dude was the monster, man. Let's go to special teams, G. Witt. And I know that's Jay Lou's area, but I'm going to hit you first, man. Special teams, of course, DK is out, like we've already mentioned. But what else can you glean from special teams today?
Well, here's the I would say the whole thing that gives you a good picture about special teams. We have to kick the ball off with 43 seconds left to go in the game, and we declare an onside kick. Mm-hmm. And I was speaking to the one next to me, and I was like, "Oh man, I don't know." I said, "But whoa. Bones is coaching this team. So we might have a shot at this." And sure enough, we did.
Yes.
So that just shows you how much special teams has really improved. It was good to see Sky make his field goals, his PATs. It was good seeing the punter. I thought he did a good job kicking the ball and everything. So overall, I do like after we got the penalty on the extra point, and that then Sky came through and kicked it from the 50 and basically just kicked it straight out of bounds, almost into the stands.
Yes.
which is understanding how the rule works and everything. So I really thought that was really good. That was good coaching to me. Instead of doing like he did the last time, which is kick it out the end zone. So overall, I just thought special team is without a doubt the best unit on the team, and that's all attributed to Bones. Again, another long, a 90-yard. That's 2 in one season, and it's been forever since we had one, let alone having 2 in one season that punt returns for a touchdown. So again, kudos to the special teams unit. Bones is doing a great job. Like I said, the ultimate compliment is the fact that I thought with Bones we had a solid chance of recovering the onside kick, and that's something I've never been able to say about the Titans the whole time they've been here.
Yeah. And I'm gonna come to you, J. Lou. The next thing I was telling you with J. Lou, I said the next thing for the Titans is a kick return, which we had a callback. But the next biggest thing is a block punt.
A block, yes.
A block punt. Yes. A block punt is coming.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it's coming. Yes. It's right there. But go ahead, man.
Yeah. So G. Witt spoke a lot, and one thing, G. Witt, you left off that to talk about Bones' coaching. We went against a dangerous returner in Shaheed today. And I thought the punt coverage, with the exception of one punt that, again, could have been iffy with a hold call, that he got some decent yards on, I thought the coverage was well because you saw Hecker going after him. Now, on the flip side, and doing the warm-ups the whole time, Seattle's punter has a leg on him. He has a cannon.
Yes.
And we saw it the entire warm-ups, even right before halftime. That's what the return was. He out-kicked his coverage on that 90-yard return, and then again, just coming back across. And what I like about that call is again, to go to coaching, because you got a lot of young guys on special teams. They all were turning their body sideways and towards the end and get blocking the back calls and just holding their hands out. And he hits the corner, hits the sideline, is gone. But I thought overall our coverage was outstanding, considering that on the other side of the field, you had another dangerous returner back there. But, Bones, again, that should be priority number one, that when you sit down with the head coach, you let them know, hey, if you got a boy that you want to bring in here, one of your guys to be special teams, they can be the assistant. Right. But you've got to let Bones stay on this team. Because, just with this roster and what you've seen him do with turnover on there, kudos to my guy, too, James Williams, who is a special teams guru, because he laid a hit on Shaheed on one of those kickoff returns. But yeah, overall, special teams continues to be a bright spot for this team.
Yeah, and again, Bones should be the head coach. He should be in consideration. He definitely has a role on this team. as a special teams coach next season.
Yeah.
No matter who comes in, I mean, I'm gonna be down there with a sign. We're gonna
go down there.
Protest if they don't keep him. Coverage was outstanding. Again, when you just put different guys at gunners each week, and they still cuckles. And to your point, Jay, I was thinking I saw James Williams. I said, James Williams is a special teams guru right now because he hits people, he knocks them out, and they know he's there, right?
Yeah.
And again, you talk about the rules knowledge, man. I mean, that's again good coaching. Good coaching to understand that you kick the ball out of bounds and you make them lose yards.
Yeah, they lose yards.
What they can get. And I think it was Cheatham doing how that said it earlier about the talent that Cam has. Think about this, guys. We don't have a lot of talent at receiver right now. And he's progressing like this.
Yes.
You know, he had a practice squad Mason Kinsey. He had a practice squad Restrepo. He had a Prochet practice squad, right? Who was his number one guy today? Van Jefferson?
Right. So, he didn't get the targets.
Yeah, he got one target.
I mean, I heard after the game, when you look at, so Van Jefferson was drafted in the second round years ago, and Prochet was a second rounder. Everybody else was either undrafted or fourth round, fifth round, and beyond. So to your point, he's doing this with guys that wouldn't be seeing the field on probably 30 other teams around the league.
Now, and I'll agree with that, Mosley. He said, Bones seems to be making all decisions. And then Eddie Gray says Bones need to be considered for a head coach. I agree. I actually agree with that.
Yeah.
Because you look at it, he is. Because every time there's a tough decision,
he's right there. Yes.
With McCoy talking to the official. And I was telling you, I said, look at that. Bones is the coach.
Yes.
He's making all the decisions. So looking at the AFC South standings after this weekend, the Colts lose to Kansas City 23-20 in overtime. They've dropped to 8-3. The Jaguars are 7-4. They win today over the Cardinals. The Texans are 6-5 that they beat down the Bills the other night. Of course, the Titans are 1-10. Jacksonville coming in, fellas, for a home to AFC South. Somebody in the chat, I'd have to go back and look. Said, "Am I nuts to think that we can beat Jacksonville?"
Do it, how?
I mean, you got a Trevor Lawrence.
You got a Trevor Lawrence. He's
That's
down.
all I say.
Yeah, and he's down. I think Brian Thomas is out, and
he's out
that Travis Hunter's out.
Yes.
So it's now what I will say about Jacksonville, and give their coach some credit. They got a good coach that's putting people in place. Liam Coleman, I think is his name. They got a good running game.
They do.
So and Etienne, he can hurt you running the ball or out of the backfield.
Yep.
And Jacksonville has a solid defense.
They do.
So it's curious, and I'm waiting to see the injury reports this week. You had
about Dan Moore.
Dan Moore was a knee injury, and Cushenberry was a foot. So you had to see how those look. And McCoy didn't go into detail after the game, but he just said that that's what they were dealing with. So see how they do, because you'd have to. I'm okay with the backup center. We've seen Corey, but left tackle, good luck, because he didn't fill in well enough.
No, he didn't
today. So be careful about that, especially we're going against some talented. When you talk about that Jacksonville defense. So yes, because you got Sunday have a chance. And Asian games are always weird anyway. But we've really got to find a way to. I'd like to see Cam again continue to progress, continue to take the checkdowns, take what that defense gives you, because this is another game where I feel like you're gonna have to get that ball out a little quick, just given your offensive line and what Jacksonville can present on the rush side.
Yeah, Eddie Gray says he thinks that's why fans miss Vrabel so much, because he went back to the Titans' basic run, the rock, strong defense. Yeah, the defense was hit or miss under him, but the identity was there. And
that's true.
That's true. G-Way, what you think, man, about Jacksonville coming in here this next weekend coming up?
I don't know, man. Like I said, it's always iffy. You don't know. Like you said, sunshine is coming in. So, depending on how the wind blows, you got a good opportunity. Seriously. I mean, because sometimes sunshine comes in and he looks like a world beater. And then the next time you play him, he can't hit the broad side of a barn standing 5 feet in front of it. So, it's just one of those things where you just don't know. Travis Etienne is going to be the key on that team running the ball. So we got to do a better job of stopping the run, especially after what we did today. And we haven't been good against the run all season, to be totally honest, with our defense and everything. So that's one thing that we're going to be on the lookout for. But I will agree with the caller earlier. It's not crazy to think that we may have a chance of beating Jacksonville. It really isn't. Jacksonville is very much up and down. They're not consistent enough on both sides of the ball to where they actually scare you a lot. Yeah. But we know that both they could get their act together really quick.
Mm-hmm.
But, I think if they could build on what they did today, especially in the second half, there's an opportunity for us to get a win. Now, whether or not everybody wants a win remains to be seen. I mean, sometimes with the way the play calling goes, matter of fact, I told Eddie, because before the kick return by DK, I told Eddie, I said, man, they must be listening to you and J. Lou. The tank is on, and I think I'm frozen. I am.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Now we're back.
Okay.
Yeah. I agree with you, Dewey. Cheatham and Howe, stop the run and make Lawrence beat us. Yeah, because anytime you can make him throw the ball 30 plus times, things don't go
Yeah,
right.
you got a shot.
Right? It's just like today, the Chiefs beat the Colts. Daniel Jones had 31 attempts.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what you want to do with those guys.
Nah.
And so NFL is a game that can go either way. It doesn't matter the record. She throw them out the window, especially like you said, when rivals hit the field with each other. But we'll see, man. It's a lot still to go. What are we, 11, 12, week 12, week 13 coming up?
Yeah.
And so we got, 6 more games? And so
what are we, 1-10?
1-10, yeah.
Yeah, 6 more games.
So 17 games, yeah. So a lot still to play for, because it's a 3-team race in the AFC South.
It
is.
is.
The playoffs are going to be tough this year, man.
Yeah.
The Chiefs had a big win today to stay in it, because I don't know if they would have got in if they would have lost today, because this is going to be tough with them not having, because they've lost to the Broncos, but they beat the Raiders.
Yeah.
They lost to the Chargers.
They lost to the Chargers.
So they don't have any tiebreakers right now.
And Jacksonville, if the Colts lose next week and Jacksonville beats us, they're in first place.
Yeah.
In the AFC South.
Yeah,
so
they haven't played yet.
So I mean, Houston's only 2 games back. So yeah, it's a to your point, it's a three-team race in the AFC South, and the only team that we got left is Jacksonville, because we've lost both the other teams twice. So
Jacksonville, Cleveland, Frisco, the Saints.
The Chiefs.
And the Chiefs.
Yeah. It's going to be rough, because, they're going to be fighting for playoff position when they get in here. So if they can maintain us what they got going on right now, because, again, they showed the chart today. They're like 10.
They're on the outside looking out, yeah.
They're on the outside looking in, man. They got to have some help.
Yeah. Thank y'all for joining us for another episode of Halftime Adjustment. Eddie Arnell, G with J. Lou, man, back at y'all again tonight, talking about the Titans losing to the Seahawks today, 30-24, in a great football game for the Two-Tone Blue. Considering to be a 1-10 team, I mean, you couldn't ask for anything else, but except for the win. Except for the win. But check us out next week, man. Enjoy your holidays. Happy Thanksgiving. Those coming up this week. Enjoy yourselves. Don't eat too much food. Eat enough food. Enough. Yeah, enough. And then enjoy some football. Enjoy your family, man. But check us out next Sunday. We'll be back. We'll talk about the Jaguars and the AFC tilt for the Two-Tone Blue, man. Eddie Arnell, J. Lou, G. Witt. Halftime Adjustments. We out of here. Eddie Gray, you got a last question. Who's the top prospect? Jeremiah Love, bro. I'm going right there. Come on with it.
So it depends on what position you want, Eddie Gray. Eddie Gray, if you were the GM, let me see how fast you can type. If you were the GM, what are you doing if you get the number 1 overall pick?
And while he's answering that, see, Deion said we could be the dark horse in the AFC South, going next 6-game win streak and finish 17. Deion, you said some things on here, man. I gotta question your thoughts, brother, sometimes.
We like the optimism, Deion.
We do, man. We do. Eddie, you got it?
Eddie, did you get something in there for me,
Did
Eddie
you get
Gray?
something in there?
All
right, we'll catch it. We'll catch it. We'll respond to it, man. We'll respond to it. Again, thank y'all for joining us, man. Happy Thanksgiving. Check us out next week. We out of here, man.
Peace.